To me, baseball was everything when I was growing up.
Yeah! We win!
I mean, I absolutely loved it. I remember watching the Met games with my dad, watching Mike Piazza, who is my favorite player.
So I always knew that I wanted to get you to play baseball, and because I love baseball. So and we used to have a catch, and I thought that you were pretty talented. You could certainly throw the ball and hit.
I started playing Little League when I was in first grade, and my dad was the head coach. And I certainly wasn't the best player, but I remember that I had all these friends, and I would always, hang out with them and go over to their houses after games, and we built up a camaraderie and a friendship that really held our team together, and that's part of the reason why we won that championship in third grade. And then after that third grade baseball season, I started playing on a traveling team called the Brooklyn Bulldogs.
I was asked to coach for the summer, so I asked a couple of the guys that I was friendly with, who friends of yours, and we put together, with Eddie, a team.
I think I was coaching first base and you were the first baseman. And my job as a coach, whether opponent or not, is to try to teach. And you were a polite young man over there, and we tease each other about winning or how we were playing, or if I was doing a good job or if you were doing a good job.
You both would walk out of the house so proud, dressed in your uniforms. I thought you enjoyed it, and you liked it. I thought you had friends on the team. I thought it was a positive thing.
But you were on fire. I mean, hitting-wise, you hit 2 home runs. You hit 2 balls out of the park. They probably went about 200 feet. For a kid, 9 years, 8 years, 9 years old, you were 9, right? That was amazing. I mean, they were shots.
Fly ball into right field. She is gone.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I'm trying to figure out. You came back from camp, and your whole throwing motion was different.
1-2. Sharply hit, back up the middle into center field, and Weaver is down and hurt. Now back to his feet, was clutching his left arm.
I remember I was in the park, and I was throwing it to these other people, having a catch with these other people, and then just that one throw.
So every sport has their injury profile. So soccer players get shin and knee problems, runners get shin splints, swimmers get shoulder problems, and baseball players get shoulder and elbow problems. That's by far the most common injury pattern we see in that sport. And as kids, get more serious and they get older and they grow, they put more stress on their shoulder and their elbow, so we see those problems more commonly as they throw harder.
And I tried ignoring it. I tried to play with the pain, but it reflected because I couldn't pitch. I didn't want to pitch. And I even felt that they thought, this was an excuse so I wouldn't have to play. And then part of me was kind of afraid of telling.
It's a level of pressure for a 9-year-old to be out there trying to make plays as a flying rock is hitting their direction. And or be on the mound and try to throw strikes. Regardless of how many lessons you've taken or how much you practice.
I started from batting seventh to not batting at all, from playing second base to not playing at all. And it's really hard for someone who's so young to experience that, because I wasn't on a high school team, I wasn't in college, I was 10.
You wanted to tell me the way you were acting. You couldn't get out of bed, you didn't want to be bothered, and I just didn't pick up on it. I didn't, I thought that if you committed to it, you should play it, but, I was mistaken.
I think the harder thing looking back is understanding now in hindsight how much kids can be hurt by how you interact with them as their talent doesn't grow as maybe the next kid.
I thought a team sport was supposed to bring kids together and be socialization. And I found for you, you weren't friends with these boys. Some of them you didn't like.
I realized, and this is probably my biggest mistake with you, was that at that point I should have removed you from the organization too. I should have never let you play.
Baseball was, kind of like my identity. They'd be like, oh, Joey? Yeah, Joey's on the Bulldogs. He's a baseball player. That's his thing. And so when I went to middle school, I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't really know, who I was. And it was weird because there was so many people, and it was so, overwhelming.
2-2 to David Wright. And he drives one to center field. Back goes Upton, looking up at the wall. It's out of here!
And even though I wasn't on the Bulldogs anymore and I wasn't playing baseball, my dad still wanted to have a catch with me. He still wanted to take me to the batting cages. He still wanted to watch the Met games with me. But that desire just ran out. And I don't think he wanted me to become this professional baseball player or anything like that. I think he just wanted me to love baseball. And I didn't understand that at that time.